Hey everyone, this is the first of its kind. It's the only podcast episode that we have ever done where we do not spoil a thing. Nothing to be spoiled. You can hear the whole episode. So we're back. We're back twice in 1 week. That's not our usual schedule. This is kind of a bonus episode. We're going to talk about upcoming shows from January through the spring. We're going to gauge our interest, let you know about them, where to find them. You might want to watch along and listen along to us. Normally, we're out on Tuesday and we do a non-spoiler segment and then a spoiler segment. But here it's all non-spoilers. We haven't seen any of these shows. But we still have opinions on what we think, if we might watch them. Will they be any good? Hope you enjoy this bonus episode. Thanks for listening. If you do like us, let us know. We really don't know. We see sometimes the number of listeners, but we never really know. Email us. Tell us you enjoyed it. We do not mind that whatsoever. Leave us a review. Give us 5 stars if your podcast app allows you to do that. This is episode 269. Can you believe we've been going that long? We're all three in the saddle today. It's me, it's Adam, it's Donovan. We're talking shows coming late winter, early spring. Are they any good? Let's find out. Let's get the guys in here.
Alabama take projection.
Yes, indeed. Bonus. It's all three of us again, and damn if it isn't sudden. On top of all that, it's a rare episode with no spoilers at all on any television episode because we've seen none of these. We're previewing them, so we'll have to avoid spoilers when talking about these. I will mention a couple of shows from the top 10 list from 2025 on the Alabama Take. You can look at those in full. So what I'll do is I'll give... A little later on, I'm going to give descriptions, creators, stars, maybe more to Donovan and Adam, and we'll gauge our interest level, why or why not. Belief in its success, maybe, or whatever we want to say about these possible TV shows that are January through April, I think is as far as this list will go. But before we get there, any qualms about my end of the year list?
I'm always admit my qualm is that I'm not able to make one.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
I mean, no, not in the I'm physically unable to make one or do not have a space in which to post it. But you always manage to have both your favorites and often you're like, I hated this. And I'm like, I didn't watch anything I hated
because you don't.
I did something else. But like you're more on it than me.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Blaine. I do not remember what your best ones are.
It's okay. It's been a while.
Because my favorite is your worst ones. I almost like it more than because a lot of times...
Oh, your favorite to read.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, like, I mean, you'll often, like, a lot of the stuff that is in your favorites, it's like, oh, yeah, I watched that too. But a lot of, like, the bad stuff, I'm like... I want to know, number one, why did Blaine hate it? And number two, what it is so I can stay away from it.
But we both watched Adults, which was on my...
That was easily my worst TV show of 2020, and I was not surprised to find it on there.
That one was bad.
So yeah, I'm pulling up your best.
Oh,
I can't
okay,
remember
yes.
I remember your worst better than your best.
You guys riffing on Adults, which I never saw, but remember y'all talking about it. Y'all,
yeah.
Y'all like described something that happened, and I laughed, and y'all were like, "No,
it wasn't funny."
What we just did is far funnier than the show.
Donovan and I could have written that show, except we're just a little too old to have written it.
But it's such a funny thing when like you describing something ends up being a better quality than the thing itself.
Yes.
Yeah, it was not great.
No, my number one was Adolescence, and
yes.
My number two, I think, was Task.
I remember now that I looked at it. Honestly, Blaine, this is not a qualm because I might just say I might move Andor higher, but damn if I know which of those top 3 I would move down for Andor.
I was gonna say, are you moving Severance down?
No, I don't. Maybe Severance.
Severance was third.
Severance was good,
I think.
Task was your number 2, Blaine.
Task was 2, so Severance must have been good. 3rd or 4th.
3rd.
And then 4th was Andor.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
You put Chad Powers on there,
I did.
By gosh, If it's not the award, the winner of the doing better than it needs to be, it deserved to be up there. Now, where I
also put this season of It's Always Sunny.
Now, what I might have moved down a little bit, move some other things up, is the season of the Bear.
Okay, lower or higher?
Probably a little lower.
Yeah,
and the more, this is maybe not fair to the talented people who work on the Bear, but the more I was thinking about this season, I just felt like I see your tricks. They'd be like, okay, now we're going to be like, we're having a conversation like in the kitchen, and like I'm really stressed, and it's like it felt somewhat artificial, which is not fair. These people are very good at their jobs.
I think that perhaps the emotions that the Bear trades in can very easily overstay their welcome. Like they're very powerful, but I don't know, because when I saw that you had it 7th, I thought, yeah, that feels right.
Well, the wedding episode and the last episode where Carm and Sydney finally hashed out things almost like a play, I thought gave it a top 10. Now, if those 2 episodes had not been there, it would have been 15 something.
They were still doing good stuff for sure. Like it wasn't bad. This is not worst of TV.
My takeaway from this list, not to jump topics here, is that I have to remind myself it's time to watch Death by Lightning.
Oh yeah,
it's only 4 episodes.
I know, and then this is a great wintertime show.
Top tier.
Like we'll get into what's coming up next as far as new stuff, but like this would be a nice one to knock out in a week or 2.
Oh yeah, and Death by Lightning is. You know this, I guess, by now, but it's so much better than you think it is.
Yeah. I thought, too, 2 good performances as Michael Shannon and I've completely forgotten his name.
McFadden.
Thanks. But also, Nick Offerman is really damn good in it.
I thought he elevated himself, to something really good.
In as much as, like, a stray thought went through my head, like, should I read about a president from the 1880s? Now, instantly, I was like, that's foolish.
And it presents the case that if this guy would have lived, we might have been a little bit better for a while.
Yeah, it was good. And at 4 episodes, it's really short and sweet.
I appreciate you guys glancing at the list. That list, both the best of and worst of, are on the Alabama Take. Anybody can go read them, figure it out for yourself. Leave us a comment. What did you like? What did you hate from last year? It's the new year, though. So let's dive into these most talked about shows that are coming between now and April. And again, I think that's as far as this list goes. So we're talking late winter and spring. HBO, I don't know if y'all have seen this. HBO is claiming it has its strongest season of television this year. Have y'all seen them? Like, that's not a headline.
I've seen a commercial.
Yeah, that's not like a vulture. Yeah. That's not AV Club saying something. They are saying, nope, this is our best list of television shows ever.
Blaine, that's propaganda.
With the changes that have happened at HBO and the fact that reeks of, like, a dude declaring himself the strongest guy in the room, or the toughest guy in the room, it's like, I hate that.
But wait till you hear this list.
I'm sure it's going to be good. I just don't like that.
All right, we'll run them down here.
HBO is my home for tasteful nudity, and I like them better when they stick to the basics.
Well, they've almost quit that.
Tasteful, at least.
Yeah. Maybe we're not watching the right HBO shows. First up, though, is The Pit. It returned for its 2nd season, honestly, a couple of weeks ago by now. And it's even gotten a 3rd season before the 2nd even aired. For me, can't be more excited. I watched the 1st episode. Thursdays are real again. We have a tendency in our home to watch them when they release. It's just such good television.
So this is the whole house is watching.
Well, not my daughter.
Yeah, but
little too many open chest cavities for my daughter.
Yeah.
Well, me too. But it's
that's my fear.
It's always interesting what takes over a house. You know what I mean? What show is like? No, this night is for whatever this is, and that's very rare these days. So.
Well, my wife watches. We don't watch TV together a lot because she will watch Real Housewives and stuff like that, and she also can watch shows while she's folding laundry or planning something for work, and I can't. This is our we watch it together show.
Yeah.
And
like
it's good.
It's been getting good buzz, too, this new season.
But
People seem to really enjoy it. I'm kind of... I have to, like, nerve myself up to watch it for the chest cavity reasons.
Oh, man.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, there are a few of those. We're going to be jumping around everywhere. Netflix, this too's already out, and I haven't watched it yet. Came out on January 8th, and Netflix drops all episodes. So our listeners may have seen His and Hers. It's from a novel. No?
Donovan's out on reading.
I don't like reading.
Oh, this is a show, so good.
Oh, it's film.
Yeah.
But it was associated with a book at one point, which, the fingerprints of literature are tough to shake off.
Who has time for
This one stars Tessa Thompson, whom I like a lot, and John Bernthal. So Tessa Thompson's a journalist investigating a murder in her hometown, and Bernthal is the detective who does not trust her. So it sounds boilerplate as hell, but give me Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal, and I might watch it.
It's been getting pretty mixed to negative reviews.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, it's a January Netflix show. What do we expect?
Nah, I'll still check some of it out, at least some.
You're a glutton for it.
Nah. And then on Apple TV, you guys might remember this one. Apple TV, which you would have assumed this one would be a one and done. It's Hijack, the Idris Elba show about the airplane. I found the first season compelling, and I watched it all. So, but what more is there to say? Yeah, we're getting into the Die Hard 2 territory where Jesus Christ, so much shit happens to this guy.
Well, maybe he'll hijack like a sailboat or something.
What else can you hijack? Exactly.
I don't know. I mean,
so yeah, how do you keep getting yourself into this kind of trouble? I don't know. Could be good. Idris Elba is still good actor. Hell, take a bus next time. But
maybe that gets hijacked.
Maybe that turns into Speed for him. Though.
Yeah,
anything can be hijacked, Blaine.
Drive your own goddamn car.
That can also be hijacked.
I'm gonna take that over from you.
Carjacked.
Can you imagine getting carjacked and you're sitting in the passenger seat and someone who doesn't even know how to drive safely is driving? That must be so scary.
What if it's not actually a carjacking? You just mistakenly get into a Waymo. And it's 8 episodes of someone not understanding what that is.
Yeah. Last year, especially toward the end, I noticed Peacock really trying to elevate its game. This coming, it's January 15th. I forgot what day we released this episode, but it's called Ponies, all capital letters. It stars Emilia Clarke and Haley Lou Richardson as ponies. And what that is, in 1977 Moscow, ponies is an acronym of people of no interest. So they must
that sounds boring.
They must be people of interest. If,
But it's in the title of the show, Blaine.
It's a spy thriller, though.
This is the first one that I thought, I might watch that.
Yeah, dude, it's spy thriller Moscow 1977.
Yeah.
It's got the right ingredients.
Probably looks pretty gritty.
Was there something exciting happening in Moscow in 1977? I mean, I failed to see the appeal.
Well, they may have been able to get the bootlegs of the May 77 run by the Grateful Dead. So that would be pretty exciting.
R.I.P. Bob Weir. What may be one of the biggest, and allowing HBO to make that bold proclamation, it's probably might be the year's most watched, second most watched, The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
It has my attention.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. It's a century before Game of Thrones. We got this guy, Sir Duncan, and his squire. And they're going to get into shenanigans, guys.
That's what I watch for.
Yeah. Look, it's Game of Thrones. It's getting prime HBO Sunday slot on January 18th. I think we're in, right?
I'm hopeful for it, and I also feel HBO's decision to film things featuring Game of Thrones that doesn't make George R.R. Martin suicidally depressed is a good one.
My question is, will they show Peen?
Oh, Sir Peen? He's a pretty big character, yeah.
Yeah, great character.
HBO has done something that I thought was very wise at least the last 2 Christmases that I've noticed, and that's if you have an actual cable subscription or YouTube TV and you have HBO, they just start playing Game of Thrones a couple of days after Christmas. Like they start on season 1 and they just play it.
You ate it up this year.
I did last year too.
Well, you were texting us more about it this year. You were like, "Oh, you got to watch it."
Yeah. Well, we leave our TV on for the dog. If we're coming or going, it's like it's a nice ambient noise, you know, that classic thing. And so you walk through and you're like, "Oh yeah, this was a great show."
Yeah.
And I bring that up because so many of the great moments are outside the houses of power, you know, the spaces of power. I mean, those were great too, but like the shenanigans along the King's Road, the general, like we're in the woods just shooting the shit. It's like, those were great.
Hey, the last episode is still visually stunning.
The last episode of Game of Thrones? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a great ending, but it's a visually stunning episode.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that left, I mean, how many times have we had this conversation on this show? Like how sour a taste that left in everybody's mouth.
Yeah.
And the House of Dragons is like, it's pretty good, it's fun, but it's not really. I think this is a nice way into that world.
I'm glad you mentioned House of Dragons because it's next on the list. Its new season drops this summer or a little later. So
which I'll look forward to. Yeah.
I was much higher on season 2 than I was on the first season. Not that season 2 was perfect. And like I thought season 1 was fine. Obviously, I watched the second season.
I remember liking season 2. I remember loving how they brought those guys into the cave and were like, "Go give it a try, bud."
If they're building on the good stuff that they did in the second season, I think it could be really good.
Go see if you can find a dragon down there, buddy. Jump on down there.
Who's next?
Yeah. And now as an owner of a bearded dragon, I know the danger.
Is it
immense?
Is it the fire?
Seething.
He's in the room with me. Okay. Over on Disney Plus, which you may have forgotten existed, it's fair. Premiering is Wonder Man on it's January 27th. Not that excited about Marvel stuff, but Donovan?
I was going to say, fool me once.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay, here's the one thing. This is about, they're finally getting meta, like deeply meta. This is a show about a Hollywood company making a series about a superhero. They're finally acknowledging we have superheroes in our world. Wouldn't there be a show about one now?
I'm good. I read Animal Man. Here, I want to throw the gauntlet down to Marvel.
Yes.
Marvel, you bunch of cowards. You own the rights to Miracle Man, written by Alan Moore. Miracle Man, the Alan Moore and the artist decided that it was very, very, very important to them in kind of their second big chunk of the arc to show an entirely anatomically correct childbirth.
Wow.
Put that on TV, Marvel.
Is that real?
That's real.
Is it gross?
Yeah. It's anatomically correct, so you tell me.
Wow.
And that's something that like they discussed, and you're like, we're going to put this in our comic book. So Marvel, you've owned the rights. Ball's in your court.
Yeah, Wonder Man stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and he's done some good acting. I don't know. I'm kind of with Donovan. Fool me once, right? Shrinking is going to return on January 28th, and I'm sure...
Well, just because the water's cold, Blaine. Come on.
It's freezing
the water
outside.
up. They're all trying to figure out who's crazy and who's not. Spoiler, they all are.
You said no spoilers, Blaine. Come on.
I know Adam watches this one. What does this show need to do to maintain your interest?
You know, this almost has the quality of like a elevated sitcom.
Okay.
And that, like, do you really need it to do all that much?
Yeah, follow the recipe.
It's like a band that makes really good records within themselves. And like, as long as they like kind of maybe take it into some new ground, just slightly, then that's fine. If the story is compelling, I'm sure that I will get tired of this show at some point, but it's a very easy one to just click on. And, you know, I mean, I think they left enough character arcs in interesting places, if I'm remembering. Mm-hmm. Like, there's questions of mortality and not childhood ending, but, you know, new beginnings with young adults and a lot of life changes. So that seems like it would be pretty rich ground to draw stories from.
Could be.
I don't, you know, it's almost like The Bear, or it has the potential to be, where,
yeah,
like, how many times can people Like, I know that we as humans make the same mistakes over and over again, and that's kind of our MO, but do I have to see that on television?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, remember, that was my initial complaint of Mad Men. Donovan, do you remember this? We were at a Mexican restaurant, and I said to you, I love it, but goddamn, Don Draper just keeps doing the same thing over and over. And you were like, that's the point.
Yeah. You know who would absolutely fall for the old honeypot? Don Draper.
Yeah. Moving on, Apple TV has a show coming up called Interesting Women with Kerry Washington and, speaking of Mad Men, Elizabeth Moss. She's also famous for the Handmaid's Tale. So here's the story. They're old friends. They have a bit of a push and pull between them because a third friend is murdered. It also has Corey Stoll and Joel Kinnaman in it.
You know, you get the writing right, the recipe, you know, it could be some good ingredients.
That's right. If the writing's right for that one, it could be good.
I find Elizabeth Moss to be good even when the writing is not very good. So
Yeah.
if she gets a good script to work with, she's phenomenal.
Yeah. She's easy to watch. Another Apple show. This is a quick turnaround for this one. Your Friends and Neighbors second season comes back on in April. I really liked that show. I thought the final scene was a little iffy, but otherwise it was really great to see John Hamm on TV, sticking with our Mad Men motif.
You know, I never finished that one.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, and I'm serious. It's like the final scene. I'm just like, Blaine.
Interesting.
Around the same time in April, Apple will be airing this show from a popular novel, Margot's Got Money Troubles, where Margot's played by Elle Fanning. I love this description. She tries her hand at OnlyFans, much to the chagrin of her mom. Okay, her mom is Nicole Kidman, so far so good. The best part of this pitch of the show is that her estranged dad is a pro wrestler played by Nick Offerman.
This is some star power in this program.
Sign me up.
And
buckle me in.
hilarity.
Yeah.
I don't know if listeners got around to watching Death by Lightning. We were talking about it, of course, but Nick Offerman's on the top of his game, so it could be hilarious.
What is this
Nick
one on?
Offerman.
This is Apple.
Okay, yeah, I'd watch that.
Margot's Got Money Troubles. And that was a huge novel. I remember it. It had a rom-com cover to it. It's nothing I would have picked up and read, I suppose, but I remember that. Did you guys realize that Malcolm in the Middle and Scrubs are both returning?
I knew Scrubs was. I was not aware of Malcolm in the Middle. Did they ever figure out who killed the dad?
Wait, Malcolm in the Middle's dad died?
Didn't it famously end with Malcolm's holding the bloody knife, right? And the camera zooms in on him, and he's like, "Oh, my bad," and then the series ended, right?
Well, Bryan Cranston's back, so I don't know.
So they don't find out who killed him. He just shows up with no explanation.
I guess we have to watch.
This is very confusing.
I know with Scrubs, Adam's a big fan. It's still got Zach Braff and Donald Faison doing Scrub things on that one's on ABC. Malcolm in the Middle is going to be on Hulu.
You know, if you had to check the tape on what me and Donovan consumed more hours of in college, I mean, Scrubs and King of the Hill are like neck and neck because it was just on TV all the time. All the time.
I never really watched Scrubs. Is it that funny?
I mean, it was just on, you know. I remember I had a funny relationship with it in that I didn't really enjoy it that much when it first came out. I thought the humor was like a little it's silly and it's so like gag oriented, and like I remember one of the early things that was like kind of shocking, not shocking, but like, oh, this is a new brand of humor on TV, was where like one of the characters just melted and became the skeleton. You remember that? Like the visual gag, and he's daydreaming and then he snaps out of it, and it's like, you know, they're making Arrested Development right now. You don't have to watch this kind of comedy. But as time went on and it hit really the reruns and syndication, I was like, oh, this has its moments. So I don't know. Donovan, do you care to revisit these characters?
I was just thinking it's a show that you could kind of find a comfortable groove with, but I'm not sure if I need to go back. I don't know. Maybe it'll blow me away. Maybe I'll hear it's amazing.
Speaking of Bill Lawrence, who created Scrubs, am I right? Correct me if I'm...
Yeah, okay. And Shrinking, right?
And Shrinking. Yeah, he created and wrote for Scrubs. He's made his first show for HBO called Rooster. Stars Steve Carell as a guy who has some issues with his daughter he's trying to fix.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Me too. That's not even a thorough description, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
I think Steve Carell may be... It's hard to imagine when The Office was at its like full peak of like still making episodes and kind of dominating everything. There's been a funny revisionist history on The Office. Like not in that it's gone... There have been missteps or anything like that, but like people are like, oh, when it hit Netflix, it got huge. It's like, were you not... I guess people saying that were too young to have been around when it was like...
That's the thing, is it's these Gen Zers.
I mean, it dominated.
That's when they heard of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've even seen like the actors say like they were surprised at the bump in fame and notoriety that they've had since, say, like COVID. People watch so much of it. Anyway, all that to say, Steve Carell, stuck in such a goofy role, but to be like almost like I'll watch anything he's in kind of actor because he's so good.
He was so good in The Patient.
Yes, he was.
When he was Michael Scott and one of the guys from Anchorman, it's like, that guy? You're going to watch everything that guy's in?
Exactly. Brick Chamlin.
Yes, good pull.
Apple TV, once again, April 29th. It is billed as a horror comedy titled Widow's Bay. It's about residents of a New England town, maybe near Donovan. Who think that the town's cursed, but their mayor won't hear them out. And guess who their mayor is?
Donovan.
I would say me.
Matthew Reese. And he's going to look very sad about it.
He's playing Donovan? Matthew Reese is playing Donovan?
Yes.
Oh,
I finally made it. Well, I'd practically watch anything with him in it.
I know. And sometimes it's the brand. Yeah, I guess it is the brand. It's an Apple TV show. Promising.
Horror comedy's tricky, though. Very tricky.
Ooh, isn't it?
Hard to do right.
It might be more horror than comedy. I don't know.
I'll take that.
Speaking of comedy, dark comedy on HBO with Jason Bateman, Linda Cardinelli, and David Harbour, fresh off Stranger Things.
I'm intrigued.
It's a love triangle.
Intrigued.
It's about some middle-aged shit. It's called DTF St. Louis. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Very silly.
Down DTF down to flee St. Louis.
Yes.
Like you don't want to. You're like, I'm in St. Louis.
It's the story of the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
I think to all of our surprise, Euphoria is actually returning for a third season sometime in April.
I thought you were joking about that when you texted.
No. The only thing I'm certain about is that there's going to be a time jump post-high school, of course, to account for the actors'
The fact that they're all like 30 years old now?
Right, and big stars.
Yeah.
The biggest question it'll have to answer, or I'll be curious about, is how much will the actor Angus Cloud be missed? Who was killed, of course, tragically in New York, I think. So those
Very
are
sad.
on my radar, and maybe all of ours. Of course, streamers like Netflix release things without even any fanfare that suddenly become cultural documentations. So we'll see. It's a promising winter and spring. You might hear us talk about some of those.
Feels likely.
DTF St. Louis.
DTF with DTF St. Louis.
DTF Connecticut.
Oh, for sure. People are leaving every day.
Starring Matthew Reese and Donovan Ronwald.
Can you imagine if I was in an erotic thriller with Matthew Reese? Oh, it'd be so good. I wouldn't be good, but he'd be good. Yeah.
That is it for our 269th program.
Oh, nice.
I'm Blaine, and for Adam and Donovan, we hope that you too or a Wonder Man or a Wonder Woman or a Wonder Person. God bless. See you next week.